You want a truth bomb? Here's a truth bomb. The left is the most intolerant cult in America. I grew up in New Jersey, and they've always referred to the Republican president as Hitler or evil, like they did with George Bush. I'm 39 years old, and I've already gone through this. These people have the worst rhetoric in the world. They encourage their voter base to harm other people. 90% of the crime in this country is probably done by Democrats or people that they enable to do crimes because they allow criminals right back out into the streets. So I don't know why South Park or these other leftist lunatics are trying to say the right-wingers are the problem. The people that are saying they love Jesus are the problem when your side is the one that's murdering people all the time. I don't understand it. And then the leftist mainstream media has brainwashed black people to believe that white people are hunting them down. Like, I don't get this shit. I really don't. I don't see any positive the Democrat Party in recent history has done for this country. All they do is push for division. They divide people by race and gender, in my personal opinion. It's sick. And MSNBC and CNN are the ones that are causing all this problems. They vilify people like Charlie Kirk nonstop. They can't even say why Charlie Kirk is bad. They don't really have a legitimate reason, but they'll just make shit up. They'll claim that he's a transphobe. They'll claim he's a homophobe, I'm sure. Like, these people are fucking sick. And they're the reason why my brother had a drug overdose, because he used to watch their propaganda while he was high on heroin. He would watch it. MSNBC, he would watch Stephen Colbert. He would watch all that junk media that rots people's brains. I don't even watch the fucking TV because I already know it's crap. I don't need to be told I'm evil because I'm white, and the fact that slavery happened all those years ago that my ancestors had absolutely nothing to do with. Actually, on one side of my family, my father's side, I know that they were on the Union Army side, but that's not the point. The point is the left dwells on the past, says that we owe reparations for something, which is insane because I didn't live in the past. We shouldn't be living in the past anyways, but I'm like, I didn't exist back then. Unless there's some such thing as reincarnation. If you believe in reincarnation, maybe I was black in my past life. Either way, I am just fed up with the left in this country. I know a lot of people are. It's sick. It's disturbing. All they ever do on the Democrat side is divide people by race and gender, and it's really sick. They got a guy murdered. And then they got to scream about how we got to let every illegal immigrant to stay in the country. All these illegal immigrants have to stay in the country. They actually made that one illegal immigrant who beat on his wife and hurt his child. He beat on his child technically because I think she was holding on the child. What was his name? Garcia or something? What was that guy's name? I think he's from Baltimore, Maryland, or Maryland area. He has gang tattoos. Like, they turned him into a hero. These people are sick on the left side of the aisle. Tell me where this is the problem. You try to debate with these people, and then they want to blow your freaking head off because they can't win at debates. It just makes me sick to my stomach. And I hate living in this state because there's a bunch of morons that live in this state that suffer from Republican derangement syndrome. It didn't matter if it was President Trump or if it was President Bush or President Ronald Reagan or President Richard Nixon. It's always the left vilifying the Republican candidate. What positive has the Democrat Party done for this country? Who gave women the right to vote? Not the Democrat Party, the Republican Party did. But you know what the left will do? They'll spin it and say, the two parties switched. The two political parties switched. How the hell did they ever switch? The Republican Party has always had roots in Christianity since it was developed, like when it was first existed. Like, I don't understand how you gonna fucking say that the two parties switched. They never switched. You don't tell the truth on your side. You lie all the time, 24/7, and I'm fed up with it. You got a man murdered, 31 years old, younger than me, 8 years younger than me. He didn't even get to see his 32nd birthday, which was a month away. His children are going to grow up without a father because of all the hate the left creates in this country. All the hate the left created in this country is the reason why his brother's not here right now. He would fight me all the time. He would get into verbal fights with me and physical fights with me. He even came after me when I was in the shower, when I was vulnerable the most time, when I was the most vulnerable. This is how sick these people are on the side. He was high on drugs, and your party lets these people that sell heroin and pills, you let them right back on the street to kill people like my brother. So I've had enough of your shitty fucking corrupt party and your fucking horrible politicians. You're fucking evil. I'm not gonna hurt anybody because unlike your side, I don't fucking hurt people. I don't try to hurt anybody physically or mentally. I don't want to hurt people's feelings, and I also don't want to hurt people physically either. But your side has normalized this behavior, and it's sick. And then all you do on the left side of the media, MSNBC and CNN, you twist things. ABC News does it. So all the leftist media does. 90% of this country, probably like 90% of the media in this fucking country, is all left-leaning and lies to their supporters nonstop. And they believe the shit that comes out of your fucking mouth. And that's the problem. And I've had enough of it. It's sick. And South Park enabled this shit because they took $1 billion to push these leftist bullshit scenario stories about how the evil white man's hunting down the Hispanics in this country and deporting them back to the country when we need them for the jobs over here. Like, they're like pushing nonsense like that. It felt like in those first 3 episodes of South Park. And they were clearly taking shots at, I'm so frustrated right now. It's early in the morning. I haven't even fucking slept. They took shots at Charlie Kirk, and they are connected to his death. We all know it. And I hope the family of Charlie Kirk, and I hope other people, if people donate to his family or something like that, to help them out, I hope they fucking file a big lawsuit against South Park and Paramount. You people are evil on the left side of the aisle. And South Park, they're whores. I don't even think they're left-leaning because in the past they actually took a lot of shots at the left on their TV show. But the problem is they saw money. They got greedy and they said, okay, we're going to go do these political views. And we also pushed the propaganda. They also pushed the propaganda on their show claiming that conservatives got Stephen Colbert fired. How? Nobody was watching this stupid show. And when my brother was alive, he was one of the people that gave the few ratings that Stephen Colbert had to watch his bullshit show that would vilify conservatives 24/7. And if you had a different opinion on the vaccine, if you say, oh, I don't want to take the vaccine, you were vilified by the mainstream media nonstop. And from what I've heard, I don't know, I haven't done my research, so unlike the left, I'm not going to claim this is factual here, but I heard that some people have had side effects from the vaccine. This is why you allow people to make their own decisions in life, and you say, hey, this person, if they want the vaccine, they can have the vaccine. If that person doesn't want the vaccine, then they don't get the vaccine. But when you were forcing it down people's throats, like you were threatening to fire teachers, you were threatening to fire people on every profession that they didn't get the vaccine, and that's disgusting. Now, your side calls us fascists, but to me that is fascism right there. And I know that it's probably a very small percentage of the population that had side effects. So the point is, don't force people to take medicine, or whatever you want to call it, the freaking vaccine, unless they choose to do it themselves. It's disgusting. There's many, I can't stand the left. They're sick. I grew up around you people my entire life, and you always behave demonic. When I worked at the movie theaters, what did I have to see? I had to see people I went to school with that I was actually friends with. Always demonizing George Bush nonstop. And they would just go on random rants about how much they hate George Bush because it's the fucking media they're consuming. They're watching shit like MSNBC. They're watching shit like CNN. They're watching shit like ABC News. They're watching shit like CBS News. And they're being lied to, played like a fiddle. And I don't understand why people allow the media to think for them. I don't understand why they can't think for themselves. I don't understand why people can't take some time out of their life and to do their own research. Instead, they'll either listen to the mainstream media, even like Fox. Like, Fox can bullshit and lie to you too. But like, I'm just fed up with it. There's just a lot of stupid people in this country. I don't really get it. I don't get it. It makes me sick to my stomach. And it cost me my brother. I don't even have my brother now because you people put so much hate in his heart that he hated me when he was here because he knew I didn't support the Democrat Party. And I never loved anything in his face. I never said, okay, oh, you can't support that party. I let him support whoever the hell he wanted to support. But he couldn't accept the fact that, oh, you're not supporting my candidate for president. So he would come after me physically and mentally, daily. And it started in 2019. I remember he was bullying me and getting in my face and stuff like that, trying to fucking fight me. And I know it was from all that propaganda he was watching on MSNBC. And I know it's probably because, I don't know if he had a girlfriend or whatnot, but I'm sure he was fucking, had the same political views as her. Because that's probably the only way he would get sexual relations with that woman, is to pander to her fucking politics. I'm just fucking fed up with it. You people need to wake up, and it's not right to take somebody else's life. Like, I don't know why the left thinks it's okay to take somebody's life and then cheer about it. I see these disgusting videos online with people cheering that somebody just lost their life. I would never do that. If somebody on the right, which doesn't really happen that often, I know some of you will point to the Minnesota case, but in that Minnesota case, that guy's claiming that he was allegedly, that he was working for Tim Walz, and Tim Walz told him to do that. And I don't know the whole thing with that. I don't know if he's just making bullshit up or what, but whatnot. I'm fed up with it all. It's insane. It seems like most of the violence is coming from the people on the left. And I've grown up with it. Even when I was in high school, I knew the political views of people in high school because they would scream about how upset they were about an election. I think when I was in high school, it might have been middle school, maybe when George Bush won his first term, people were screaming about, oh, fuck this country, blah, blah, blah. Because it's the media that's putting all that hate into their hearts. So South Park and all you people that are running the media, you have to be very careful with your words. You know what you're doing. You know you're brainwashing and putting a lot of hate into people's hearts. And it's really disgusting. Charlie Kirk is dead now, thanks to people like Matt Stone, Trey Parker, CNN, MSNBC. And you know what's even sadder about this? He didn't even have extreme right views on most issues. He supported gay marriage, despite the fact that he's a Christian, and I don't know the whole thing with that. I think it's the way you interpret the Bible or something like that, I guess. You can make a case for that. But, like, his views would be considered center. Charlie Kirk's views were probably similar to John F. Kennedy's. I think Donald Trump's views are very similar to John F. Kennedy's, in my personal opinion. So I don't know how that's ultra-right or extreme right, like whatever, the left, far right, what the left wants to categorize the right as, oh, evil right-wingers or stuff like that. It's the craziest thing I've ever seen. To me, from my perspective, it looks like the left went too far left. Now they're confusing children about gender. A freaking child doesn't even know, oh, you can identify this or identify that. I've seen college teachers, and thankfully some of them are getting fired for it, but they're teaching kids that you could, in college, that it's okay, you can choose your gender. No, you can't. I'm sorry. The only time you can choose your gender is if you're a hermaphrodite. And that's a very small percentage of the population. You can't change your biological gender. It's not possible. This is nutty. I can't believe this is actually happening in 2025. That people are psychotic. It makes me sick to my freaking stomach. And I'm so depressed in life because all that hate you guys put in my brother's brain resulted in his drug overdose death. That's connected. When you're lying to my brother nonstop and telling him I'm the enemy, that I'm a Nazi for not supporting the same political party as him, that's a problem. Your side is sick. And if you're really having that many mental problems, seek proper help, and not somebody that's going to enable and say, okay, yeah, Orange Man's bad, Republicans are bad. That's not going to fix your mental problem. You need to seek professional help. This is sick what's going on in the country. People shouldn't have to worry about, oh, am I going to be killed over my political views? And I know it's not the average person that has to worry about that. It's people that are bigger in the media, like the conservatives in the media right now, like Megyn Kelly and many other people. Let me think of some names. See, I don't even watch a lot of these people. Mark Dyson, just a lot of people have to worry about some lunatic trying to hurt them because you might disagree with them on politics. Because apparently in this country, We're not allowed to disagree on politics, and if you're on the right side of history, you're on the wrong side, apparently, from the left's perspective, because of the stupid effing media they consume on a daily basis. Alright, this video is going too long. I'm going on an insane rant. I'm just really fed up with it. I'm tired. I haven't even got any sleep. I don't know if I'm going to get sleep. I want them to catch the person that did it, and that took the life of Charlie Kirk. Because if it was somebody on the left, I want them to catch the person that hurts and kills somebody. We can't live in a society where people are just murdering people because somebody has a different political view. That's disgusting. And then I gotta see people cheer online. You know what? If the right cheered online for somebody, if somebody hurt somebody on the left, I would be disgusted by it. I would speak up against it. I would say, what the hell is wrong with you? I don't see that happening with the left right now. The people that are supposed to be moderate on the left, or they're going to claim that they're left and center. I don't see many of you on the Democrat side calling out the people doing horrendous things and saying disgusting things and laughing about somebody being murdered. This is sick.